Yo, 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 it's popping on my goons worldwide. What up? We back, live in effect. We live and direct. We live. Let's connect. And yo, we back with another crazy, powerful, prophetic message from Cortisol, baby. You know what it is. You know what it do. Spontaneous Productions, Part 2. Yo, I got a crazy gem for you goons today. Y'all gonna love this one. Straight like that. Yo, do me one solid right quick though before we get into it. Smash on the like and subscribe buttons right now. We're gonna blast off with this thing, you heard? And yo, you gotta be irresistible to the baddies in the gym. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys how to be irresistible. So irresistible, shorty goes crazy for you. She gonna want you bad. She's gonna lust after you. She gonna think about you. She gonna dream about you. She gonna cream on herself thinking about you. She gonna play with herself thinking about you, you heard? Yo, you gotta be irresistible to the baddies out here, you heard? Yo, I'm gonna give you some game on how to be irresistible to the ladies in the gym. All the girls wanna know, so I'm gonna tell you how to do it. How to pick up the baddies in the gym. Man, I've been doing this shit for a minute. I'm a vet, 10 years in the gym. Man, I see this shit all angles, right? I was in the gym today. Had a baddie working out with me, right? So, yo, I was working out. You know, I saw a baddie that I'm cool with. I said, what up? I ain't seen her in like a week or so, you know? And then, you know, I said, what up? She said, what up? We vibed out, gave her a fist bump, gave her a high five, like I always tell you girls to do. Initiate physical contact real quick. Big positive energy, you know, she like that. Be bold, you know, she like that. And be brief, okay? So you want to be bold and brief and break physical contact, okay? Do the 3 B's, all right? So I did that off rip, you know, and then, you know, like I said, chopped it up with it real quick. I ain't seen you. Okay, cool, looking good. All right, I missed you. All right, and then we'll have a good workout. And then get on your shit. So you be brief, you chat the baddies up, make them feel good, put a smile on their face, make their face light up, and then you get on, okay? You go work out like a savage. They like that shit, okay? You don't look too thirsty, but you don't look too shy neither, because you broke, you know, the touch barrier, and you broke the talking barrier, you know, you broke the ice, you went up to them, you know, you approached them, they like all that stuff, you know, chivalry ain't dead, you did all that stuff, and then you got on. You didn't become a nuisance. You don't just stick around or hover around them too much and, you know, give them stalker creep vibes. You just say what up and you get on. Be busy. They like a guy who's busy and about her business. And I said, I ain't seen you in a minute. And Shorty said, yeah, I seen you been real busy lately. I seen your stories on Instagram. I seen you been working a lot. And I was like, yeah. So that's good, you know, Shorty. You know, make sure they get your Instagram stories. And what you can do to be irresistible to the baddies, show them you put in a lot of work. So, you know, I'll do little Instagram stories, you know, at work, working. I'll do little Instagram stories when I'm in the gym. You know, flexing and all that, you know, going hard. So, you can show the baddies you put in work. Ladies love a goon that puts in work, all right? So, you put in work, soldier mode, that's what you want. So, she gonna see that. That shit makes her insatiable. She loves that. Makes her irresistible. You are gonna be irresistible to her because she's fantasizing about you, thinking about you, daydreaming about you. Alright? So do this stuff, but don't crowd them. Yo, women fall in love with distance. Alright? Men and women are built a little bit different to where, see, men fall in love with ladies the more time we spend with them. But ladies, the opposite. They fall in love the more distance they have from you. Alright, that's why a lot of females do like prison pen pals and stuff like that. That shit sounds weird, man. That's crazy as hell. You crazy thinking about to be trying to link with some shorty in jail, never see you, whatever. females do that stuff. And I know a baddie really, really closely who does that, okay? For real. Sends the money and all that shit. I can get into that, but I'm not going to get into that. But speaking of that baddie, I saw her in the gym today, too. All right? And me and her, yo, we go way back. Yo, and you know what? We fell out. But you know what? She see me working with the baddie. So let me backtrack. So I got on my shit. You know, I was working out today hard. You know, like I said, the baddie, she seen me and all that. We chopped it up. I stayed working on hard. Guess what happened? Maybe like an hour later, she came up to me and she worked out with me. So the baddie worked out with me for like a cool 30, 40 minutes. Alright? And then another baddie, the one that I was just about to start talking about, that I had fallen out with, and I ain't seen her in a minute, she walked in the gym and she see me and her having a good old time. We laughing, we joking, we lifting, we working out. You know, shorty's touching off my muscles and all that, telling me how strong I am, telling me how I don't look my age. I'm 41. She's saying I look 30. You know, all that. You know, she's touching on my biceps and all that. And, you know, we just vibing out. And I can tell she's enjoying herself. And that other baddie saw that. And I know that got up under her skin probably, you know. So that's how you be insatiable to the baddies, man. How to be irresistible. You gotta make sure they see you dealing with other females. They need to know that other females like you, okay? People like what other people like. They are sheeps. Straight like that. People always gravitate to the shiny objects. Be the shiny object. That's what you gotta do. Be the elephant in the room. Be the fire that brings the moths to the flame. Okay? You being the fire. Because it's cold out there in this world, jerk. And people always go to where the heat is at. So you be that heat. And what you gotta do is just keep putting on. Keep showing up and showing out. That's how you be irresistible to the ladies. Now, you can't please all of them, okay? It's not possible. You can't please everybody. You can't satisfy everybody. You can't be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. Don't even try to be, okay? You just do you to your style, your vibe, your energy, your personality. It's all about you. That's the way you gotta move around here like that. And when you do that, it's gonna be irresistible to the ladies because they like a man that knows how to be comfortable in his own skin. You gotta be comfortable in your own flesh. And don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers, okay? You know what? I know my channel, it's not like crazy high with the views. It's not crazy popular, but that's alright though. I ruffle feathers. I don't care. See, I'm genuinely, authentically myself. And it gets people interested and they resonate with it to the point where I got viewers, people pull up, people deal with it, but you know, it's not crazy, you know, high, like popularized, but it's alright though. I got an underground vibe. I got a cult following vibe. And I've always been into that underground vibe, and I'm cool with that, you know, straight like that. You know, I'm not a mainstream type of goon, you heard? This, you know, game for the goons. So it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But yo, it's gonna resonate with the right people. You're gonna resonate with the right ones. You're gonna resonate with the right females. Yo, I'm keeping it all the way real. Females like that dark energy, man. That's that dark energy behind closed doors energy. Alright? And the baddie that didn't want to talk to me, that I fell out with, but she saw me working out with the pretty young thing, pretty young tender. And she bad, and she foreign too. Yeah, she see me working out with her. Well, that girl, she used to be a big fan of me behind closed doors. Alright, so she knows what's going on. She knows what time it is. So, you know, you stay irresistible by always having a value about yourself. People gotta have an interest in you. Alright, you look good too. I be looking good. I be shining hard. You gotta shine hard. You gotta be that dude. And another thing too is that you wanna have other people pull up on you in the gym and say what's up. That is clout. That is status. And women are attracted to status. Okay? It don't matter how much money you got in the bank, because you can't see that. It don't matter what kind of car you drive, because that's outside. People don't see that. It matters what you got, what you can show and prove right here on the spot, live in the flesh. Alright? Live and direct. That's what matters most. How you captivate their spirit, okay? Because that's what they're going to think about. That's what's going to get their attention, alright? The way you make them feel, the energy, okay? The energy can be felt. You can remember that. That's how you become irresistible to the baddies, alright? You want to smell good, too. Smell good. You want to hit all the senses. So you want to look good, alright? You want to smell good, alright? Man, you want to make them feel good, alright? All that. You want to hit all the senses. Do that, man. I promise you, the baddies can be on your bumper. You'll stay irresistible to the baddies in the gym. And it's a lot of them in there, okay? That's the thing about it, too, is that there's so many to choose from that it's okay if a particular one's not feeling you, or maybe a baddie might be shy. That's what the girl who was working out with me today, she said she was really shy. She said, I reminded her of a friend because I got positive energy and we vibed out. And don't be afraid, too, to be a little bit vulnerable. Oh, I forgot this one. Yo, being vulnerable. You got to be a little bit vulnerable. That is a way to get into their spirit, to get into their soul where they can connect with you. You want to tell them something where they can say, aw. You want to, females have that nurturing, caring vibe. You got to say something to make them say, aw. You know? So, I told her a little story. You know, I'm not going to get too into it, but she said, aw, you know what? And then she, you know, we talked about that for a little brief moment. And another thing to do is have something to be proud of. Let them know you're proud of something when they get to talking to you. Say, I'm proud of this. I'm proud of that. You know, something, just something. Don't go overboard, but just something that you take pride in and you're proud of. You know, they like to hear that, man. Like, yo, these are things that make you irresistible to a lady. You know, shows them that you got a heart, shows them that you're human, shows you, you know, you're humanized. You're a real person out here, you know? Don't be afraid, you know, to put yourself out there like that. Like, you know, I'm doing YouTube, putting myself out there like that, being vulnerable like that, you heard? So, motherfuckers ain't got no choice but to respect it. At the end of the day, everybody don't do this. Straight like that. So, yo, you found the value in this video? You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. We'll keep blasting off with the crazy, powerful, fit, body game for the goals worldwide. Powerful prophetic messages for you to win with, alright? Take these games, take these jewels that I'm dropping and just, you know, do something with it. Move with it, you know, little by little, bit by bit, step by step. And you're going to grow with this. I promise you. I follow my own advice. And I've learned this stuff over the years. And I've been growing with it over the years. And you will flourish with it. I promise you. No cap. Straight like that. Till next time. We out.